they were cleaned up pretty effectively. So a good idea by Kwanro. Unfortunately, not enough units. 3 overlords, not enough. And once again, no swarms in that drop. Very, very confusing to me as to why he's using no swarms. Ton of vultures moving in at the, we'll call that the third base, because that's just the normal third base, and picking off all of the drones there. So Flash doing a fantastic job here, in terms of defending and attacking right now. And Kwanro, I feel, is in a little bit of trouble right now. Kwanro is losing some control over this game. He's still got a lot of bases up, but he doesn't have a lot of forces. Hasn't been using his forces as wisely as you would hope here. And his new base there at the 3 o'clock position looks like it might be is going to get taken down, or at least harassed as well. Not going to be allowed to mine for a while. And a lot of mines for Flash, just doing so much damage, softening up these ultras. Usually you see irradiates used to soften up ultras. Not in this build. In this mech build, mines are used to soften up the ultras, and it's very, very important that they are active and used very, very well, and they are being used very, very well. And that's really been really decisive for Flash right now. Still spamming vultures, just moving around the map, doing so much damage. Now it looks like we're going to see a big drop coming in for Kwanro now. But he still needs to defend this 3 o'clock position. I mean, he maybe can afford to lose the base, but he can't afford to lose the main that's above it. That would be absolutely terrible, or the base that's above it anyways. Looks like Kwanro going for a drop here in at the 10 o'clock position, and he is going to be able to clean up all these tanks. These tanks are going to get stomped on all over the place. And now is he going to be able to take down this base for Flash? If he can take down this base for Flash, that'll be some great counter damage done. Still a lot of ultras alive and able to start killing these mines before they're actually able to go off. That's really important as well. And it looks like he's going to do tons of damage here, and some ultras spawning out at the 3 o'clock position. And he just has so much gas that he's just able to spawn so many ultras that he's actually defending pretty darn well. I think he's completely stopped mining there at the 10 o'clock base, and I don't know where the ultras for Kwanro went at that 10 o'clock base. They should still be there trying to hold off mining as long as possible, but they seem to have disappeared. I feel like they may have been lured into something, and that would be unfortunate. Actually, it looks like they went to the natural expansion, did a little bit of damage there, and actually being having drop games played with them with the overlords. So kind of cute play there by Kwanro, expending some micro there to play some games with those ultras. And I think a reinforcing batch of Zerglings just got by ground in there, actually. Or if you've got so much money that you can afford ultras, just send in ultras as well. Some reinforcing units will be very, very good. Oh, some mines landing on those ultras. Those are some very, very highly damaged ultras. And they're going to run into more mines. They're probably going to die again. This is so awful. Oh, man. Mines just doing so much damage. Come on, Kwanro. Come on, Kwanro. You've got to understand what's going on and adjust here and take down those mines. What are you doing? This is so awful. This is so bad. Kwanro with a little, man, Kwanro just not dealing with mines well at all. This is really depressing to me, watching all of these units die to mines. I hate mines. They're so economic. It's just ridiculous. And Flash isn't really expending any resources to kill all these ultras either. It's just absolutely ridiculous that he's getting away with this, and Kwanro not adjusting properly at all. I mean, he's still on 5 gas, getting a 6 gas up, so I mean, he's still economically doing well, but you don't want to allow Flash to just keep building up. It's not really what you want to be doing. It looks like a lot of overlords are moving towards the south. They've probably been loaded up or will be loaded up with a lot of units, and he's going to try and break that 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock position, and that is going to be yet another huge point in this game. Actually, it looks like he might be setting up for a dual drop, maybe try and take down, hit both places at once. I guess he's trying to take the 4 o'clock base as well. Tons of drones going to get picked off here. Tons of drones. These vultures have just taken down so many drones and not able to defend against them well at all. Kwanro's just lost so many drones to vultures. Has lost so many units to mines. It's just been ridiculous. This has pretty much just been Flash playing with vultures, and Kwanro not able to really defend against this adequately. And really disappointing in that sense. But Kwanro's still very, very much in it. This game is nowhere near over. As much as I despair for Kwanro, this game is not at all over. Kwanro is still very, very much in it. He's definitely got a lot of overlords around for I don't know, for drops is what I thought it was, but now they just look like they're moving around. Looks like they're not really prepared for drops. Here we go. Now we're going to see a drop in the 6 o'clock position. Hopefully we see a dual drop as well. I hope we see both occurring at once. That would be well advised, and hopefully they both have Swarm involved this time. He hasn't been using as much Swarm as I wish he would. He really needs to be using Swarm. Tanks only do splash damage under Swarm, so it works very, very well. And here we go at the 6 o'clock position. Units being dropped everywhere for Kwanro, and we'll see if he's able to take this down. There's a Defiler, not able to get a swarm off, being picked off before he's able to do anything, but still some Ultras left, taking down a lot of tanks. Some more tanks are still in the area. Some Cracklings being dropped on top of those tanks and doing a lot of damage, and it looks like he might have hit the 10 o'clock position at the same time, but Vultures moving into Kwanro's 3 o'clock base, able to take down all the drones there. Might be moving into the top right base. Going to be able to take down a lot of drones there if he's not careful, but it looks like he was a little bit better defended there at the top right. No, he's not! Vulture's moving in behind the mineral lines, taking out tons of drones, Kwanro. Jeez, losing so many drones. So even though he's done a lot of damage to the tank count, done a lot of damage, he's lost so many drones. I think Kwanro has lost 50 drones this game. Probably has lost close to 50 drones. That is just ridiculous how many drones he's lost. It's been just absolutely one drone lost after another, non-stop, and still that Vulture alive with 8 kills there. And Kwanro did some damage, but not enough. Once again, with this dual drop, not enough damage done. Kwanro just unable to do it. Flash has mined out 2 bases, has 2 bases mining. Looks like he's going to take the 6 o'clock position that Kwanro has been long-distance mining for a while. And Kwanro's 530 base is just about mined out. His main is mined out. His natural is mined out. So Kwanro mining out a lot of bases while he's droned up a lot, actually. So even though he's lost a lot of drones, he's droned up a lot as well. But he's going to have to move those drones to his other bases on the right side of the map. And we could actually see this map start to get mined out. We saw a lot of bases being mined out, a lot of bases being mined, period. So, yeah, pretty ridiculous here that this map could start to get close to mined out here as we move into the later stages of this game. Looks like Kwanro's going for another drop. I'm going to assume that he doesn't have defilers and is not going to deal with mines in any way, shape, or form other than allow them to blow up his ultras. And yes, that's exactly what happened. But going in for another drop at the top part of that base, and now the ultras are going to be able to do a lot of damage, using some ultras to just eat as many mines as possible, and then bring in ultras from a different direction to try and actually take down this base. Oddly effective in this case, but he's lost so many ultras to mines that while it's been somewhat effective, it's almost like, what the heck is going on? Queens have been produced. We're going to start seeing some ensnare, some broodlings, some ensnare on vultures would be very, very helpful to help him take them down faster. Broodling on siege tanks, obviously, is just a kill. Plus, it spawns those little broodlings, which are just a pain and will take tank shots as well. So, a little bit of a transition here from Kwanro. Usually queens are reserved for Zero's use, but Kwanro taking a page out of the book of his Wunjin Star teammate. The king of queens is of course Zero, but we'll see how well Kwanro is able to use them. It looks like he's produced maybe 9 queens. That's a lot of queens. That's a lot of broodling. That's a lot of dead tanks. You can kill a lot of tanks with 9 broodlings. 9 actually. So it could be pretty effective here. 10 actually looks like it might be 10 broodlings. That's pretty ridiculous. And we haven't seen a ton of Goliaths, so they could be really effective. Once again, Vulture's moving in, picking off another half-dozen drones. Jeez. Just not enough sunken colonies, not enough good enough building placement. I wish you'd put some more buildings in the way to deal with this. I'm able to pick off most of the vultures at least, and he's picking up some units. Going to go for another drop. Maybe support his drop with broodling. Could be pretty cool. Queen's moving towards the 6 o'clock position. Here they go. They're probably going to broodling a lot of units here. As long as he has it complete, he can broodling a lot. And like I said, not a lot of Goliaths, not a lot of anti-air for Flash right now. Of course, he can spam Goliaths, I'm sure, very, very quickly whenever he needs to. But whenever he decides to unveil these queens for at least a little while, he'll have the opportunity to take down as many tanks as he possibly can. As much energy as he has, he'll be able to take down tons of tanks. Missile turrets are being placed to stop these, both